Welcome back to our tutorials in which we show you how to use Widget Designer to remote control a Terra system, or in this case, how to react on it. In the last tutorial, we've seen how to use different layout buttons. So we've just used the easy control Terra1.apply layout, and we typed in the name of the layout, which is available in the Terra manager as well. So which is part of the system. As you can see, we can select those layout buttons and it will trigger it on the right side. How to do that and how to set up the entire system, please refer to our previous tutorial in which we explained how to do so. This tutorial covers the more complex way of automating and reacting to system events. And you might remember that we have configured the Terra device over here in the configuration, but also we can configure event listeners in here. Event listeners are basically giving us a trigger as soon as an event happens to the system. In this case, we want to use the layout applied event in order to react on the label to write the current layout name, which was just loaded to the system, onto that label area. We'll start to give the event listener a descriptive name. So we name it current layout. We've already selected the Terra1 event layout applied. So this script down below will always be triggered as soon as this happens. If we use label1.text from the scripting over here, and this equals the layout over here, which is being delivered by that event. So we can just type layout. We can put the layout name directly into the label. Let's try that out. As soon as we load a layout, we will see this will be named mixed multiview. If I click on the Blu-ray, it will load the Blu-ray full screen over here. The nice thing is that the event is raised when the system is changed. So no matter if you change that yourself by clicking those buttons, or if you would select a Pandora's Box quad full screen layout, which is not even programmed to those buttons, we will get the event information that it has been updated and this layout was applied. We can make it a little nicer and give it also a little text beforehand. Current layout in quotes plus the layout variable. We apply this, and as soon as we run a new layout, it will list the text current layout mixed multiview. So this is how you can easily trigger those events and react on changes. Another example what you could do is reacting on deleted or added layouts. So let's build something which is using that event as well. Layouts updated. We select the layout names event. So every time a name is changed or a name is added or deleted, it will run this script. Let's create a drop-down list. From the widgets drop-down list, which we put in here, and which we want to populate with all the existing layouts. So in this case, we choose the drop-down list 1.setItemsFromArray, and the event delivers an array with a name value. So we use that variable to populate the dropdown. We just need to wait for an update event because currently the dropdown list is still empty. But if I save this as a new layout and name it test, you will see as soon as I open the dropdown list, this is now populated with the exact 4 layouts we have on the right side. If I select one of those and delete the test layout again, you will see that the layout dropdown has been updated and only shows the 3 existing layouts now. What we need for applying this is just another custom script button. We name it apply, And we use as well dropdown list1.text. This is what we want to use. And the Terra1.apply layout, as you know from the last tutorial, will just use the text of the dropdown list now. Being in run mode, you can now easily select the Blu-ray full screen, for instance, press the apply button, and you will see that it happens on the right side. If I select the Pandora's Box Quad and apply it, it will happen in the system as well. So this is how you can easily keep your system updated by reacting on those changes. So whenever something is added or removed, you will basically get notified. One last example I want to do with you is using an XY routing. As you've heard last time as well, besides the layouts, you can also use direct routing. So we need another reply button, and we would need 2 more drop-down lists. There we go. What we want to do is a X and Y switching. So this means those should be the transmitters, those should be the receivers, and this should be the take button. I'm sorry, this belongs into the label. And in here, what we want to do is Terra1.switch video. The transmitter is our drop-down list 2.text, comma, to enter the receiver side. This is drop-down list 3.text. And this is all we need to put in this command over here. The missing last step is that we need to populate as well those drop-down lists. We can do that by creating a new event listener, giving this the TX name, and we will react on all the transmitter names as soon as they are changed. This follows the same principle. So in this case, it is drop-down list 2.set items from array. Again, what we fill in is the value on this side, because only the transmitter names are being supplied to us. And we do the exact same with another event listener for the RX names. Choose the event receiver names and type in the same command. We can actually copy it over from this side to the RX names. The only change we do is this is drop-down list 3. So whenever something is now being changed, it will also raise an event and come up with the new population of those drop-downs. This is empty for now. Let's go ahead and prove it. In the devices setup, I could rename the Pandora's Box Quad 1 to maybe name it as well test. And as soon as I hit the save button, you will see that the drop-down list will be updated. While the receiver side has not been updated because we didn't change anything in there yet. So this is how you see how you can change top left into left only, let's say. Hit the save button, and now you see we do have the transmitters, the receivers, and a take button. I hope this showed you how you can react on changes, how you can use events, and how easy it can be to animate a system to stay in sync and to use Widget Designer together with the Christie Terra system in order to make a nice interface which cuts it down to the necessities or makes it just a nicer interface for you to have on a tablet. Thanks for watching this tutorial. We hope you enjoyed it and wish you much fun by creating your own interfaces.